The power of positive thinking. Have you heard this phrase before? Everyone generally agrees on the goal of seeking or maintaining personal happiness. We often are also concerned about the well-being of others. In pursuit of this happiness, we might consider work as simply an obstacle or annoyance. Taking a positive approach to the workplace allows us to extend this pursuit to our careers and professional relationships. Throughout this training, you will reflect on your approach to work, strategies for supporting a positive work culture and mentality, the benefits of positivity in the workplace, and the power you have as an individual to leverage positivity to provide superior customer service, diffuse toxic work environments, and to enjoy what is effectively a huge chunk of your life. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, on average, we work more than most typical household and leisure activities combined. In other words, we typically spend more time interacting at work than we do with family or friends. Since most of our daily interactions are work-based, it is worth reflecting on a few questions. Are you happy in your work environment? Is it possible to be unhappy with work, but still maintain a positive outlook in the workplace? What negative aspects of your job do you have influence over? Some employees get caught up in a negativity bias loop. People caught in this loop tend to freely blame themselves or others, magnify the negative side of things over the positive, are quick to expect the worst outcome, and often see anything less than perfection as a failure. What about you? Have you fallen into a negativity trap? Each of us, no matter our situation, has a choice to make each day. We choose our attitude. Circumstances like health, community pressures, and financial trouble are ever present. But even when these threaten to overwhelm you and take away your control of a situation, choosing your attitude is totally up to you. The great thing is that we can make this choice at any moment. That doesn't mean the problems will go away, but a shift in your perspective, your goals, and your own personal behavior are all within your control. Taking charge in this way as an individual, and then purposefully spreading this philosophy to your colleagues and employees, lays the foundation for a positive work environment. It doesn't take much to harm a relationship or ruin a reputation. One strong negative experience can wash away several positive ones. Have you ever seen this? Take this strategy with you. What if you treated every email, text message, virtual meeting, and face-to-face interaction like a first impression? Try it from now on. You may be surprised at the effect of this one singular shift. When you treat every communication, whether with a coworker, supervisor, employee, or customer, as if you were making a first impression, it demands that you be present. Don't let other tasks, demands, or objectives distract you from that moment. This may be easier said than done, but practicing presence in the workplace will promote intentional, meaningful communication and relationships and show that you value and respect others. The fact is, work is work. There are problems to solve, which is why we get paid. There are barriers to overcome, which is why both intelligence and persistence are valued employee traits. But what would happen if you infused safe, respectful play into your workday? Work is still work, but finding ways to enjoy your workplace relationships can both loosen up negative emotions and encourage positive outlooks. A word of caution. Playing at work is a difficult strategy to employ, and it has its own pitfalls to avoid. The real takeaway is not that you must institute play in the workplace, but instead that when play results as a natural outcome of a positive workplace, it can be encouraged. Recognition and celebration of employee successes is another strategy for workplace positivity. It is also an excellent opportunity to allow employees to engage in play and have some fun as a team. When an organization sincerely recognizes and rewards employees' hard work, they are communicating that they value their workers and their contributions and efforts in meeting the organization's mission. How a supervisor addresses areas for improvement also sends messages. When problem areas are approached as an opportunity with empathy instead of as criticism, employees can walk away with goals to reach instead of feeling defeated and inadequate. It is expected that complaints and mistakes will happen. When they do, they should be respectfully and purposefully inspected. To the other extreme, toxic positivity occurs when problem areas are ignored and left unaddressed. This should be avoided at all costs. Instead, challenge negative thoughts to fully address the problems they echo. Some other strategies to building a positive work environment involve personal decisions like avoiding gossip, practicing self-care, keeping visual reminders of positive outlooks, setting realistic expectations, and even simply remembering to smile. Workplace leaders can support employee positivity by providing relaxation areas, having and living a clear vision and mission statement, and focusing on work-life balance and flexibility. We've discussed strategies for building a positive workplace culture. Now we will explore the benefits of positivity at work. Communication has long been recognized as a top barrier to workplace success. Think back to your last task, preferably one that involved or depended on others. How could communication have been better? Or if everything went well, how might poor communication have hindered your task? Positive mindsets in the workplace set the stage for consistent, clear, and meaningful communication and relationships that also help manage feedback and conflict. Communication is the lifeblood of any organization, and positive approaches build community and resiliency. Retention and motivation of employees are also major concerns. Even when employees do not quit, they may feel disconnected or that they do not belong. If interactions in a job are consistently negative, this sense of not belonging becomes pervasive. It in fact becomes your workplace's culture. Instead of leaving, some employees just disengage from work. Positive thinkers, instead, are confident in themselves and are more likely to also be confident in their coworkers and their organization's mission. If you are or aspire to be a leader at work, adopting a positive attitude effectively demonstrates your leadership capabilities. While you are engaging in team-building exercises and putting others first, you will also be showing how work can be fun and meaningful outside of just being a job. At the same time, helping to reduce stress, increase productivity, improve customer relations, and improve decision-making overall. Everyone reports to someone. Regardless of your role, communication is key. Choose your attitude at the start of each day and carry that positive attitude with you throughout all interactions. It takes work to build relationships, and it certainly takes work to stay positive and practice gratitude over complaining. When problems come up, communicate those challenges early on before they become insurmountable. And when you do this, present each challenge with a constructive approach, perhaps even a possible solution. The reality is that organizations are being asked to do more with less, which means a leaner workforce is shouldering more work. How do you approach that fact positively? Take the opportunity to re-examine what is essential. Identify what can be streamlined or eliminated. There may be technology available to make processes easier or more automated to reduce workloads. During these transitions, managers are responsible for setting expectations with empathy and building a culture of accountability that is still a safe space where mistakes are seen as opportunities to grow. In the end, although other influences and tensions are always present, your positive approach to each workday will benefit you and those around you. There are many other strategies and approaches to positivity in the workplace. The best ones will be those you discover through effort and with your own team. Have a discussion with your coworkers and supervisors to share your thoughts on how you can bring fun, positivity, and engagement into your work. Experiment with these and recognize that workplace change does not happen overnight, but your own attitude can. So, before you send that email, text your coworker, or respond in frustration or with a list of what could go wrong, consider if your contribution is adding to the solution. If not, pause a moment. Deal with concerns and frustrations in a way that does not harm others and instead supports a positive work environment. Choose words, actions, and gestures that show you are present and always ready to grow. Challenge your own thinking daily and learn from the bad days. Take a positive approach to those things within your control, starting with your own attitude, and see what happens next.